Today's therapist tips is to help you to work on the skill of winning and losing with your child. Kids love to win, and it can often be quite difficult for them to learn how to cope with losing. Our 3 top tips for working on winning and losing with a child include: number 1, talk it out or use a social story. Talk about what may happen if the child wins and what may happen if they lose. Explain how even though they wanted to win, they can stop, take a deep breath, and maybe play a new game, play again, or maybe they might win next time. You can use a social story to talk through what may happen if they win and what may happen if they lose. And the visuals within the social story can help some children to understand and to process this skill. Number 2 is to praise your child's efforts. Praise the child's effort in the game instead of the end result. So for example, you could say, "I love how you gave your brother a turn in the game," or that you were very impressed with a certain move that they made in Jenga or giraffes. Try to take the emphasis off the end product of winning or losing, and try to make it more about the effort put into the game. Praise any effort your child makes to respond appropriately to winning or losing. And the third tip that you can use to practice winning and losing with your child is to practice accepting winning and losing and to model appropriate responses. So what this means is to make and create as many opportunities for competitive games to work on winning and losing with your child throughout the day. So you can play lots of different games like drafts, Jenga, Twister, obstacle courses, time trials. You can turn anything into a competitive game. And what you really want to do is you want to try and model, I suppose, the appropriate way to win and the appropriate way to lose and the appropriate response to that. So for example, you could let your child win a game and you could model the appropriate response to losing. So you could say, "Oh, I lost, that's okay, maybe I can win the next time." You could then let your child lose and you could model the appropriate response to winning. So you could say, "Oh, good game, you tried really hard, maybe you could win the next time." So they would be our top 3 tips for working on the skill of winning and losing. It's quite a tricky one and can take a little bit of time for some kids to grasp. So we will be posting a winning and losing social story on our social media later on, so please keep an eye out for that. And in the meantime, happy playing, happy winning and happy losing. Bye.